To the kind, bored souls who are listening, this is yours truly, the Couch Potato, and welcome to the Venting Machine series of the Couch Potato Diaries. So, for my first ever ramble, I decided on the topic the pride and joy of my city, the power cuts. For most people outside my country, power cuts may be a thing that happens once in a blue or a pink moon, but in my city, especially in my area, it happens more often than I get screamed at for planting my poor lazy little bum on my couch, which, as you can imagine, is quite often. The power could be gone all day, all night, during my office meetings, and even while taking a bath. Getting locked out of long, boring meetings is one thing because, come on, let's face it, it's a valid reason to bail out on a snooze fest, right? But terrifying darkness right in the middle of taking a bath? No, that's scary. Especially if you've watched a horror movie just a few hours earlier and to top it off, you just happen to be blessed with a uselessly overdeveloped imagination. Now, for those with buildings that have generators, well, lucky you, and please feel free to get lost. Because at that time, my building did not have a backup generator, and therefore, power cuts turned me into something like an unpaid lead of a low budget horror movie. The worst of it was, a lot of the times these power cuts happen in the mornings too, while getting ready for office, and usually smack in the middle of blow drying my hair. So now I have half a head of movie star hair, while the other half is a lion's mane. But power outage or not, I had to get to office, else my manager will have the talk with me, if you know what I mean. Today's story is about one such occasion where, with my half and half head of a styling disaster, I reluctantly went to office. I was going about my day trying my best to cover up my stupid mane, and don't you know it, the guy I had a big crush on for 2 years straight but never had the guts to talk to, the guy who never even knew I existed, and whose sightings were as frequent as a freaking unicorn, he not only crossed paths with me but decided that that was the moment in time and space to strike up a conversation for the very first time ever. Now that's an actual B-movie cliche. In my defense, talking is not my forte when it involves actual live human specimens. I think we have established that already. And well, with my hair looking like a cross between Medusa and Hades, needless to say I hit the rock bottom of first impressions. And apparently dug a little deeper too. I think you can guess the rest. I ran through tons of options I had in my head to deal with the situation. And believe it or not, at that time, I thought the best option was somehow to back away real slow. You know, as if he was an actual unicorn or something. And I did. I backed away, even while realizing that he was still talking, just that my now dead brain decided that walking equals Usain Bolting out of there. Literally. Like for real. After all this, since that day, that gorgeous man never ever even glanced in my direction ever again. Not that I could have known the truth of that anyway, because legends say that I have been running away to this very day. And I owe it all to my city's oh so loyal power cuts that continue to hound us ever so tirelessly to this very day. Apart from the electricity bill being quite high, it looks like the power outage god absolutely loves tormenting my city a little too much, and finds it especially amusing when it screws up my romantic life. To my dear city's electricity officers, if you are hearing this sob story, please have some mercy on people like me and fix the issue before I decide to quit bathing and blow drying my hair altogether. I assure you that will not be a pretty sight. But hey, if anyone is still listening and made it so far, or if your brain is just too crashed to close the video earlier, thanks for sticking around. Potato out.